Want to start learning Quran and Islam? Where to start? What to learn first? What surah first? Why is Al-Fatihah? Why is Al-Fatihah required to be read every raka'ah of prayer, of salat, I mean? What's in Al-Fatihah? Those who usually read it, it means ordinary, nothing special. But after we examine it here, it turns out something great. Let's check it out. Okay, I want to introduce a little. So, one of my home education projects or activities is studying and researching the Quran. But so far, I have only kept it to myself. It's such a shame. That's why I decided to share the results of my project wherever I can. One of them is here and to you. Surely Allah has a purpose for why this message got here and to you. Alright, for the opening of my project of loving Quran, I want to start by sharing how I love the most important surah of the Quran, namely Al-Fatihah. Yep, the preamble is filled with the preamble. But wait, what does Al-Fatihah mean in Arabic? I researched it in the classic Arabic dictionary at tafsir.app. The word Al-Fatihah, whose base word is Fatoha, has two meanings. The first meaning is it is an eraser of closing and confusion that opens, such as opening a door or lock, etc. The second meaning is opening the senses to something good or bad, like the opening of sorrow and anxiety, the misfortune of neglect, so it relieves. Also the opener of hidden knowledge and the opener of all beginnings. So I got main meanings or keys of Al-Fatihah. It is opener, conqueror, victor, and inner outer keys. And a great thing that Allah reminds me is Allah is the Al-Fatah, the real and the best opener, conqueror, victor, and inner outer key is one and only Him. And I got a nice metaphor by Istiqoqi. He said, Al-Fatihah is like there is a city that used to be walled, and for its conquest, the wall was taken, open, and destroyed, so the conqueror win and enter. Like in Al-Fatihah, Allah wants to conquer us, so we become open, and so Allah's hikmah, Allah's wisdom, loves, wins, and enter us. Like that, so great, mashallah. And the practical meaning of the Al-Fatihah title, first, it is opening. So every time you intend to read the surah, while reading the surah and after reading the surah, feel and think that you are reading, absorbing, and repeating Allah's love letter. This Al-Fatihah is His love verses that want to open our hearts, open our minds, and so on. Please Allah to enter the light in word by word, ayat by ayat, and its connection. For me, Al-Fatihah relates to every matter in life for real. Due to time constraints, I have not researched every word in the surah, its connections, relations, and meaning, but I found good research from one of my Quran teachers. I know him from Quora, and he wrote a treasure trove of this Al-Fatihah hikmah, which adds to my love for this surah. So he said, Al-Fatihah is a collection of sentences using a single first-person perspective, addressed to the Rabb of the worlds, the preserver of that person. A personal agreement and request for a human being are the main contents of the surah. Let me make it clear once more. The main contents of this surah is about a personal agreement and request for a human being. That's it. The man promised not to serve anyone other than him and asked to be given guidance so he could experience a better and more righteous life. The wording of the surah is so beautiful and profound that it is hard for me to believe that a human could have made it, especially what a human soul asked for and needs is actually in this surah. Al-Fatihah becomes taught by Allah to be read over and over again. This is in line with the separation of the two elements of Al-Fatihah and the Quran, which is written in Al-Hijr, Surah 15, Ayah 87. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Walaqad atainaka sab'an mathani wal Qur'anal azim. And indeed, we have given you 7 repeated ones and the great Quran. Like, why this is separated? Meanwhile, the Quran is also a chart in itself, functioning as a response, teaching what humans need to achieve the targets requested and needed. Okay, let me make it clear again. The Quran is a chart in itself, functioning as a response, teaching what humans need to achieve the targets requested and needed. Like, the order of the sentence in the Quran implies that this is guidance from a higher level. In several letters and verses, it is often ordered to say "Qul" and "Qal ya ayyuhal." The imperative sentence indicate the level of authority of the messenger to spread, distribute this Quran to other people around him. These people also have to understand that if this message is only given, then the aims and objective of the Quran will not necessarily be achieved. Therefore, these people must also be provided with reasons why they need the Quran, and this is reflected in Al-Fatihah. When Rasul started the prayer, he would start by reading Al-Fatihah always. On one hand, Rasul can benefit from guidance from the verses of the Quran that he will recite and become his commitment to Allah. On the other hand, he wanted the listeners to understand that the sentences he would present next were answers to the previous sentences, to the Al-Fatihah. Let me make it clear again and clarify it. Rasul wants us to understand that the Quran surahs or Al-Fatihah is the answers to the Al-Fatihah itself. So every listener must also read Al-Fatihah as a commitment for each individual and also so that they can benefit from the verses they will hear. That's so mind-blowing. Through this separation, we can get a better picture of salat and dua. There are 2 lines of communication when Rasul and we are praying. Al-Fatihah is an uplink path from us, his servant, to our Rabb. And the Quran is the downlink path from Allah to us. This downlink path is the path from Allah to angels, to Rasul, to Ummah, to us. So, prayer can be linked as a 2-way communication channel, the Al-Fatihah path as a request, and the Al-Quran path as a response to it. How beautiful, isn't it? Wow, Masya Allah. Alhamdulillah.